Namaste, हमेशा खुश रहो बेटियों. I am JVM Dr. Minakshi, Assistant Professor in Department of Shalakya Tantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapith Women's University. Today's session topic is the examination of ear. So we have to understand the symptomatology. A patient with ear disease presents with one or more of the following complaints like hearing loss, tinnitus, dizziness or vertigo, ear discharge, earache, okay? Itching in the ear, deformity in the of the pinna, swelling around the nose. The details of the history of these symptoms, particularly in reference to the onset, duration, progression, and severity, should be noted. Then we have to proceed forward for the examination of ear. Okay. In examination, it includes both physical and functional examination. First, we will study the physical examination. It includes the examination of the pinna and the surrounding area, examination of the external auditory canal without speculum or with speculum. Okay. Examination of the tympanic membrane, middle ear, mastoid, eustachian tube, facial nerve, and other cranial nerves. In the examination of the pinna and the surrounding area, the pinna is examined by inspection and palpation. Both of its surface, the lateral and the medial, should be examined. You have to look for the size. Is there any macrotia shape like abnormalities of contour, cauliflower ear? You have to see the position of the pinna. Is it a bat ear? Also look for the redness. If there any furuncle or abscess is present, you have to look for the swelling, hematoma, abscess. You look for the vesicles in the concha and retroauricular groove. Patient may have herpes zoster. You also look for the scars, maybe due to trauma or operation. You also look for the ulceration or neoplasm. Also examine the area above, in front, below, and behind the pinna, and look for a swelling. It may be mastoid or zygomatic abscess, neoplasm, or lymph nodes. You have to look for the sinus. There may be preauricular sinus. You have to look for fistula. There may be mastoid fistula. You have to look for scar. There may be andural or postoral scar due to previous operation. Palpation of pinna is essential to look for raised temperature. In case of perichondritis or abscess, there will be thickness of tissues. In case of perichondritis, you have to look for the fluctuation. In case of serum or abscess, you have to look for the tenderness. The movement of pinna is painful in furunculosis of the external canal. Second is the examination of external auditory canal. First, we will examine without a speculum, then examination with a speculum. In examination without a speculum, this is an important part of the examination and precedes introduction of speculum. The pinna is pulled upward and backwards, while the tragus is pulled forward to spread open the meatus. Look for the size of meatus. Whether the meatus is narrow or wide, you have to look for the contents of lumen. Is there wax, debris, discharge or polyp, or swelling of its wall in case of furuncle or neoplasm? Second, there is examination with the speculum. Once the size of the meatus is known, proper speculum is selected and introduced. We'll show this in a picture. Use that largest speculum that can be easily enter the canal. Look for wax, debris, discharge, polyp, granulations, exostosis, benign or malignant neoplasm, sagging of posterior superior area in case of colicin mastoiditis. And the third point is the examination of tympanic membrane. In the next image, they have shown the examination of the ear with a speculum, right ear and the left ear. Third point is the examination of tympanic membrane. Normal tympanic membrane is pearly white in color and semi-transparent and obliquely set at the medial end of the meatus. It has two parts, pars tensa and pars flaccida, both of which should be carefully examined. Its various landmarks are shown in this figure. You have shown the various figure landmarks like Shrapnel's membrane, which is also called the pars flaccida, then lateral process of malleus, anterior malleal fold, posterior malleal fold, the pars tensa, annulus tympanicus, and the cone of light. So a tympanic membrane is examined for the color. The red and congested, it is tympanic membrane is red and congested in case of acute otitis media, bluish in secretory otitis media, or hemotympanum. A chalky plaque is seen in tympanosclerosis. Then we should examine for the position of the tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane may be retracting or bulging. General retraction is seen in tubal occlusion. Retraction pockets are seen in attic or posterior superior region and may collect epithelial flakes. Sometimes tympanic membrane is very thin, deeply retracted, and is fixed to promontory as in adhesive otitis media. Bulging tympanic membrane is seen in acute otitis media, hemotympanum, or neoplasm middle ear, which has not yet perforated the drum. Thirdly, we have to examine the tympanic membrane for the surface. It may show the vesicles or bullae in case of herpes zoster or meningitis bullosa. It may show perforation in case of acute or chronic otitis media. A perforation may be central in pars tensa or attic in pars flaccida or marginal at the periphery involving the annulus. A central perforation may be small, medium, subtotal, or total. Then we have to examine the tympanic membrane for the mobility. It is tested with the Seagal speculum. A normal tympanic membrane is mobile. There is an image of the use of Seagal speculum to see the mobility of tympanic membrane. So restricted mobility is seen in the presence of fluid or adhesions in the middle ear. An atrophic segment of tympanic membrane may be hypermobile. Then next we have to do the examination of the middle ear. Normally the middle ear cannot be examined directly. When tympanic membrane is semi-transparent, some structures can be see through it. In the presence of perforation, it is possible to know the condition of middle ear mucosa and ingrowth of squamous epithelium from the edges of the perforation. Next, we have to do the examination of the mastoid. Look for a swelling, abscess, or enlarged nodes. We have to look for the obliteration of retroauricular groove in case of furuncle. We have to look for the fistula in case of burst abscess. We have to also look for the scar. There may be a history of previous operation. Normally, mastoid surface feels irregular on palpation. These irregularities are ironed out and surface feels smooth in periosteal inflammation as in subperiosteal abscess. Tenderness of mastoid is seen in mastoiditis. It is elicited by pressure at three sides over the antrum, just above and behind the meatus, secondly at over the tip, and third over the part between the mastoid tip and mastoid antrum. Then next we have to do the examination of the eustachian tube. The tympanic orifice of eustachian tube can be seen in the anterior part of middle ear if there is perforation of tympanic membrane. Pharyngeal opening of tube can be seen by posterior rhinoscopy. The function of tube can be tested by Valsalva maneuver. In the presence of a perforation, the air can be felt to escape from the ear when patient tries to blow with mouth and nose closed. Next, we have do the examination of the facial nerve. The paralysis of facial nerve may coexist with the disease of the ear. For example, acute or chronic suppurative otitis media, herpes zoster oticus, malignant otitis externa, tumors of external or middle ear, and trauma. It is essential to test for facial nerve in very case of ear disease. These are all the examination of the various parts of the ear. Next, we have to do the functional examination. In this, the important is the auditory function. We have to do the voice test, tuning for tests like Rini test, Weber test, Schwebeck test, and the absolute bone conduction test. Thank you. Here completes this session of the examination of ear. Thank you so much. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you so much.